The end of stages, but that man has got a big heart and he's a good person and he's given this sport an awful lot. Wish you all the best, Ogier.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of him. As is the same as the case, of course, for this pairing. Rovanperä, Jonne Houtinen, also taking a break next year, or for the next couple of years at least, as they seek a attempted career in single-seater racing. How fascinating is that, starting with Super Formula in Japan next year? And he's given it everything this year, Chenny. I mean, it's looking like it's not to be at the moment. I mean, that was just the final nail in the coffin almost, wasn't it, in the previous stage? But again, another wonderful season for the young Finn.
Absolutely, and again, Rovanperä, what he's given this sport. Thank you very much to him and Jonne Houtinen as Kalle goes and chases a single-seater career, and this weekend hasn't gone his way, but he's turned up and done what he had to do, which is get in it and extract every single ounce of performance out of that Toyota Yaris in a bid to try and pick up another World Championship title to bring it to 3. I think it's not going to happen without a miracle and then another miracle on top of that. But Kalle Rovanperä has he's done everything he could this weekend, which is just drive the washers off it.
Yeah, it's not what it deserves to be down in 7th place. I mean, he's actually dropped behind Elfyn Evans, which sort of helps the Welshman a tiny bit in terms of the point scoring situation. After he stopped to get out the car and change the wheel himself, he already had a deflation on the opening day, although he drove on with that one and it cost him 50 seconds, but he's not the only one. Josh McErlean then, seeking to finish 10th. First full season at the Rally 1 level for the Irishman. Always going to be a big ask, but he's given it everything.
It's been an incredible opportunity for Josh McErlean, and I think Frank's
corner, isn't it, before the sort of, here we go again.
Look, so you're already going downhill. Look at the sideways movement he's already got on it. So there's a lot of momentum that you're carrying into that rut, and as soon as you hit it, it stops the car. All the momentum you're carrying has to go somewhere, and that goes sideways and lifts the car up onto 2 wheels, so just be aware of that.
Here we go then, last chance saloon for the Welshman, Elfyn Evans, Scotty Martin. They have led this World Championship for much of the season. They still lead it now. It's the last chance. Let's hear from Josh and we'll get back to it.
Josh, front right, it's slightly off the rim. You had one last hurrah in there with this car this season. What was it like?
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable pleasure to step up the Rally 1 this year, and it's a big thanks to M-Sport and the whole team, Owen, John Coyne and the whole Motorsport Ireland Rally Academy, as well as all my personal sponsors back home. So it's been a crazy year from Monte Carlo to now Saudi, and hopefully we can be back in the seat next year.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people hoping for that. A lot of decisions to be made over the next coming weeks. Not a million miles away from Rally Monte Carlo, are we? So then, Elfyn Evans, what could he do in here? Just to recap, comes into the final round 3 points ahead of Sebastian Ogier, but as things stand with the way that things have panned out, with Ogier now up to 3rd in the overall standings, and he's 1 position behind in the Super Sunday standings. In the as it stands category championship, he's 5 points behind Ogier. Obviously, there's 5 points available in here, Chenny. But, you know, were they to draw, it would come down to rallies 1. That would also be in Ogier's favour. As you say, really, it's nothing more he can do but leave nothing on the table and then see what happens to Seb. But what a season, whatever happens, this crew have had, Chenny.
Incredible. Elfyn Evans leading this championship for 10 rounds of the year. He has been he had an incredible start to the year, and then was phenomenal when he was opening the road on very, very difficult gravel rallies. He's driven so maturely. He's been the most consistent driver we've seen, and now it comes down to this. And it is, after the previous stage, a bit of a Hail Mary. He's got to go flat out, tear into this stage, get every single bit of performance out of that Toyota.
Second up at that split. We'll get back to him shortly.
I haven't got the splits through for Elfyn Evans on my timing screen.
Let's see. Anyway, let's with Greg Munster right now. We'll just get Greg through and we'll come back to the Welshman, and that's an incredible championship fight. Yeah, you say it's a big ask, but it is still down to this final stage. Yeah, it is 1 second he's up, Evans. Flat out. The road position now reflecting the standings as they are on the overall positions, so that's why we've seen a bit of a reshuffle here.
Perspective. A couple of real funny characters, great guys, but they haven't turned up this weekend.
Well, you just got to think
haven't.
The reason they're looking so glum is again what could have been. I mean, at the very least, Sesks deserved a podium absolutely on this final round. Coming into the last couple of stages as well, he was still fighting for victory, just a couple of seconds behind Neuville. But that's a massive positive to take. Now, this is going to be an entertaining, if slightly dusty, run for Takamoto Katsuta and Aaron Johnston. Hold your breath, boys.
Greg, here we are at the finish, not just the finish of the rally, but the finish of the season. What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, happy to be at the end of this one. It was a big struggle. A bit gutted for Martins because he did really well with Renat, and that's just rallying. Sometimes it just doesn't pay off. But he was the star of the rally, I think. And then just a huge thank to the team for the effort all season. We didn't have the result we wanted all the time, but they were always pushing for it. So yeah, big thanks to them.
It's a big statement. You know, I think I'd almost agree with that. Martin Sesks potentially was that. Obviously, we're all focused on the championship fight and what's going on further back in terms of those three Toyotas. But I mean, Martin Sesks pretty much was the star of the rally, wasn't he? With what we've seen from the M Sport Puma in previous rallies, to be right up there at the sharp end. Meanwhile, then we get back to that thrilling fight at the front of the championship, and look at this, Chenny. He is giving it everything in here, Evans.
There's going to be parts of this stage which will get better as more cars pass through, and there's going to be other bits that definitely get worse, where it gets sandier and softer. So hard to gauge whether or not the times are going to come down, whether or not the stage is going to get quicker or slower. But as I said, all Elvin can do now is drive that Toyota as fast as he possibly can.
2.5 seconds quicker than the Tanak benchmark. He's also quicker than Kalle Rovanperä, who's ahead of him on the road. As I said, that is a good sign. Here's Kalle now. Really frustrated at the end of the previous stage. He was actually the fastest of the three championship rivals today until that issue in the previous stage. He battled on, tried to drive on with the deflating tyre, eventually had to give up and change the wheel right towards the finish. It's again not what this young man's pace deserved. Now 6 tenths down on Tanak coming into that last couple of kilometres. That damage you're looking at there was from the wheel rubber, from the wheel flailing against the wheel arch.
Yeah, no mechanical damage, just aesthetic. Might be affecting the aero ever so slightly, but it's not the world's fastest stage.
Yeah, nice words there from Kyle Lindstrom. There's going to be a lot of lumps in throats over the next half an hour or so, I think, for so many different reasons. Sammy Pyrie, also Marcus Salmonin, had also a fantastic rally. We'll get back to them shortly. Let's let Molly have a word with our two-time champion, Kalle Rovanperä. Looks like it wasn't to be a third just yet.
Kalle, just 2/10 off the pace of the last stage of a very difficult rally. But this is also farewell for now. And why don't we reflect on what an incredible career you've had so far in the World Rally Championship?
Yeah, it has been quite amazing. I have to say, big thank you to Jonne, of course, first. We've had so good times together, good results, but mostly I will remember all the fun times. Thank you to every single person who has been on the journey with me and Jonne. There is so many people since the beginning. Especially thanks to Toyota for all these great last years. Everybody in the team, and of course all the supporters since the first day. Yeah, there is so many people to thank. I cannot thank you all, but you know, if you have been on the journey, thank you for that. Thank you for all the competitors for the good fights. Congrats to Sepp if he takes the title. He will fully deserve it. He has been good this year. Yeah, I just want to say special thank you to one guy. There has been probably nobody in my life who has seen every single stage or competition live. He has been following everything. So thank you, Jasse. I know you are the only person since the day one. So thank you.
of luck with your new adventure.
Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful words, wasn't it, from Calais? He's already wishing congratulations to Ogier, but this pairing are not giving up by any means. This is a stirring run through the final stage here from Elfyn Evans and Scott Martin. Their
Stage of the symposium, Elfyn Evans is absolutely on the door handles. I can tell you, for me, PK, this...
You have to give credit to Elfyn and Scotty for an incredible season.
I'm on the power stage 10:54.9, 10:54.9, and currently P1 by 9.6 seconds. Thank you guys. Great season.
9.9 faster than this morning.
Big thank you from
done
us.
Everything he can through here. He can get on the plane tonight and go, I've given it my all. That's it. That's all. I've done everything I could. It's now in the lap of the gods and Sébastien Ogier to have a response.
That's it, you've done everything you can. All you can do now is wait, but what a stunning drive on this final stage. Quickest through by 9.7 seconds. What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough event, obviously. I think we did what we could within reason. I think the puncture on Friday, obviously, Saturday morning, sorry, didn't help, but that's the name of the game in this rally. Everybody's had their fair share of issues. So yeah, we've done what we can, that's it.
This season, it's been incredible. You've done such a job out there. You must be very proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, we're competitors at the end of the day. We always want better. We always want more. Of course, it's been a good season. Fantastic team behind us, pushing us all the way. And yeah, I just have to say thank you to everyone. TGR, amazing job, and thank you guys.
Elfyn Evans now has to wait to see what Sébastien Ogier can do, but PK, he'll go again next year, and really interesting. He summed up being a top-flight athlete, a top-flight driver so well there. You always want more, even when you're winning. Even when, in this case, you've got 8 World Championship titles, you still want more. And Sébastien Ogier still wants more.
And here he goes then. It's the final 16 kilometres in his bid for championship number 9. He's done the hard work, it seems, so far today. All he's got to do, really, is stay out of trouble in this final.